Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to kind of base a video off of my life and the things that we like to do. Just bring a little bit more depth into this channel and kind of give you guys a little bit more insight about who you've been watching this whole time. We like, of course, to play board games, hence why we have so many videos based off of it. That's kind of what we wanted our channel to be off of, and just to kind of do the things that we like to do anyways, but put it on YouTube. Just show that we like to do a bunch of different types of board games. So it's cooperative, competitive, trivia, whatever it is. We're gonna definitely do a whole lot of different games and just kind of show a variety. That's kind of our life. When it comes to other things that I wanted to show you or bring to you about my life is that, of course, I'm a big time nerd, not just about board games, but in general. I am obsessed with video games, Marvel. X-Men was a big portion of me becoming a Marvel fan, and Storm just kind of brought so much depth about everything that I didn't even know anything about when it came to Marvel, and that was just kind of my base person. And of course I've grown over time to where I know tons of different facts and things about Marvel, but that's kind of a big thing in my life. I'm obsessed with wearing nerdy shirts. Right now I'm actually wearing a anime shirt, and I'm got my niece into it along with my husband. We both got our niece into that, which was very, very cool to be able to do. So that's pretty much the basis of our life is we're nerds. We like to, we watch tons of different TV shows and movies that are all based off of anime or superheroes or whatever. But then of course we have our other live stuff that we like to do or see. I like watching life-changing shows, which is pretty much just kind of a mental thing for me. I dealt with a lot of depression back in the day, and those are kind of the types of things that I keep my head on straight when it comes to those types of shows. I like Queer Eye a whole lot. Jonathan is an inspiration along with all of them. But for me, myself, Jonathan is a lifestyle. But when it comes to those types of shows, I like watching it. It's very psychological. It's not just helping the person, but it's helping change them to the person that they have inside, which I love. So that's kind of big in my opinion. I like watching those types of shows. Uplifting things are always very, very good. In my opinion, I don't really like watching a whole lot of negative shows. I stay away from all politics, just because it's a wall, a barrier that no matter what side you're on, you're always going to have a negative. So that's kind of, I don't even think about it. My dad's obsessed with it. And I just, to each his own, but that's not my life or my style. So I just kind of stay away from it all. When it comes to our lives itself, I have my husband, and we have 3 beautiful little chihuahuas. We have Leia, we have Zero, and we have Brutus. Brutus. Another thing that we really enjoy doing is going to the movies. It's a big, big pastime of my husband and I's. That was our first date. We went to go see The Croods. If you haven't seen it, absolutely enjoyable. Of course, it's animated. Like I said, nerds. But it's very, very, very enjoyable. We've watched lots of different movies, things that people don't want to see, like Cats. Yeah, we went to see that. And you were correct. It's horrible. Just other things that we like to do in our spare time, if we have spare time, of course, is Comic-Con. That is our vacation because we don't go on vacation. um, it's a weekend filled with amazing, and we're blessed enough to be able to go and do that. For our Comic-Con experiences, we've actually only missed 2 of them, which is pretty spectacular, but of course it's Denver, and it's amazing. We have not been able to, unfortunately, go to San Diego or anything like that, but we have Denver Comic-Con, and I'm obsessed with it. I've actually been blessed enough to meet Stan the Man himself, Stan Lee. I stayed in his line for 3 hours and got to see some pretty amazing things before that man passed away, and he was a role model of mine, and he was on my bucket list, and thank goodness I was able to actually do that in his line, just to kind of show some light on him, because he deserves it without a doubt. In his line, if you do not have anything to sign, which that's what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to bring your own things to sign. He doesn't have anything like spread out on his table or anything like that. You bring your own things, which he'll sign all of it. You can have 1,000 comic books, he's going to sign every single one of those, which the poor man was, how old? 90 years old or more at that point, but he signed all of it. Well, this man came up to the front, did not know he had to bring something, and he was a war vet and did not have a leg. He had a prosthetic, and the man took the leg off and asked Stan Lee to sign it, if that would be okay. Of course, Stan Lee, being the coolest man in the whole universe, stood up, walked to the front, and signed that man's prosthetic leg, and shook the man's hand and took pictures with him, and didn't make him pay even 1 penny for it. Coolest experience to be able to see. Of course, everyone applauded the whole scenario, but it was definitely very, very, very cool to see. But that's just kind of one of the experiences that I've had. I've seen plenty of celebrities, Ron Perlman, and I can name a million other ones, but it's a pretty cool experience, and that's pretty much the thing that we utilize for our vacation, is 1 weekend of just going and splurging, $100 that we saved up for our tickets and food or whatever, and just walking around and doing it. I did save up enough money to get Stan Lee's signature, which was crazy, but I was actually blessed enough to have my cousin be able to help me get a discount on that, and was able to afford it, and I just had to pay her back, so that was pretty awesome. Another good experience that we've had in our lives is my mom, for most of my growing up or childhood, as well as into my adulthood, she's done Halloween parties. They were the annual Halloween parties. Everyone knew when it comes to Halloween, there's always going to be a Halloween party, and it's a go-to for sure. One of the best things about the Halloween party is my mom did a horror movie trivia, which my mom's a horror movie buff, and she would go for movies from as far back as you could possibly go to now, and she would come up with phrases, lyrics from the movie, the actual music within the movie, whatever it is, she would come up with it. She would come up with the city names or whatever to make you guess whatever it is that she's trying to get you to guess, the name of the movie or the character, the actor, the whatever it is. And of course, there's always a special category. She changed it up every year, and she did actually pass this on to us, which was amazing. I definitely didn't think that was ever going to happen, because my mom, like I said, is obsessed with Halloween and horror movies and all that, and she passed it to us, and we grabbed the torch and we ran with it. We did have our Halloween party, and I believe it was a big hit. At least I feel like it was. Of course, it's just friends and family. We don't invite coworkers or anything like that when it comes to people that we don't actually hang out with on a daily basis. We consider everyone that we invite friends or family. Even if we have worked with them, we're still work with them they're not coworkers, they're family or friends. Now, our Halloween party, we still did the same thing. We did the horror movie trivia, and it was an absolute blast being able to come up with all the questionnaires and everything and do that with my husband. That was so cool of an experience, just to watch a bunch of horror movies and come up with questions based off of those horror movies and everything. If you don't have a Halloween party set up for yourself, you should just do it. Even if you have a small group of friends, it is totally worth it because it is so much fun. And we also do a celebrity trivia, which is just trying to figure out the name of the celebrity that goes to the movie. So you just kind of get a piece of paper that has a bunch of different movies on it, and of course celebrities that would match up to those movies, and then you just mix them all together and hope they get it. And of course you throw in some curveballs that is gonna mess people up. People who've been in multiple different horror movies or thrillers or scary movie type movies, like the not horror movies, the horror movie knots is what we call them. But it's a blast. I would recommend doing that. When it comes to video games, I am a huge buff. I like everything from RPGs to shooters. Whatever you could play, I'm gonna play it, other than sports. No. It's like choosing a human in an RPG. You're already that, why choose it? I am definitely into Magic. As you can see, the name of my channel is Soul Mage. So of course there's fighting games as well, like Mortal Kombat. And I definitely am not good at these games. I'm still fans, but I'm not I'm not good at it whatsoever. My husband loves playing fighting games, and so does my brother. Harrison is obsessed with playing fighting games. He's actually a pro. He went to play Street Fighter in the championships and actually got to meet some of the creators. I believe he got to meet the creator of Mortal Kombat, which I thought was amazing. And my goodness, I can't even imagine meeting anyone like that. Like, of course I've met my fair share of celebrities, but something that you've been playing games off of for your entire life is crazy. Well, that's pretty much all I can think about right now. Of course, I might have some more of these types of videos in the future. I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit more in-depth about me and my life and where I am mentally, which who knows where that is, but that's pretty much the aspect of how these videos should go. I want you to see me, and I want you to interact with me. If you have any questions or comments, or wanted to see what other types of things that you would want me to be making videos about, or if you have questions of video games or movies, or what Marvel things that you would like to see or do, or what type of voice actors there are out there, or whatever it is. I am a huge nerd. Like I said, I'm into all of that. So I have enough pop figures in this house to show the world, and maybe one day I will. But if you enjoyed this video, please like and share. If you would like to see more of this, please comment below. I'm going to keep trying to edit these videos and make them cooler and just more different than just me looking into the screen. I'm gonna have things popping up here and there, which who knows, I might even make things pop here and there when I'm doing these types of videos. I want to get better at that kind of stuff and bring myself more into the 21st century. Old. Well, I hope you all had a good time, and thank you.